And?
Good evening. Just want to let you know that the closing of the silent auction is only 15 minutes away. 15 minutes, so bid high. If you want to get these items and take them home, do it now. 15 minutes to go. Hello again, our silent auction bidders. You have 5 more minutes to bid on those beautiful silent auction packets. Those flowers, that wine, that trip to Africa, bid it up. Take it at 200%. 5 more minutes. Now it is 20 seconds less. So go for it, and we will be live at 6:30 again.
Welcome to the 42nd annual auction Bid for Kids. We are so excited to have you join us for this important event. Without your support, Old Mill Center could not provide the critical services our children and families need. I'm Stacy Dorner, outpatient skills trainer at Old Mill Center, and I am delighted to be back for a second time as one of your MCs tonight.
Good evening, folks. Thank you so much for joining us virtually this evening. I'm Randy Dobson. I'm so happy to be back for a third year emceeing this evening. Thanks to the tireless work of the auction committee and volunteers, we are bringing you an amazing virtual experience again tonight. From inspiring stories and videos to once-in-a-lifetime auction items, and of course, the drawing of the winner for the 2022 Car Raffle. We know you're going to enjoy yourself. And if that wasn't enough, by coming together this evening to support Old Mill Center for families and children, we'll be making a real difference in the lives of families and children in our community. A great evening for a great cause. What more could you ask for?
Now we're going to talk about a few housekeeping items. One, our online silent auction is now closed. So we want to say thank you to everyone who bid on those wonderful auction items. And congratulations to all of our winners. You're taking home some incredible items donated by generous members of our community. And guess what? You still got plenty of opportunities to win. We want you to know that all auction items can be picked up tomorrow, May 8th at Old Mill Center between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. If you need to make arrangements, you can call our Old Mill Center Development Manager, Daniel Surface, at 435-659-6266. And for your evening to run smoothly, we recommend that you have two devices with you. One to use for bidding and donating, cell phone works great, and then a second device to watch us in our live show. So if you haven't registered to bid yet, go to bidforkids2022.ggo.bid, or you can scan the QR code on your screen with your phone. Click on the Get Started button and either log in or create an account by clicking on the green button. It's that easy.
And don't forget all the awesome ways you can support children and families this evening. We'll start with Pay It Forward. The Pay It Forward section is made up of pure donation buckets, where you can target the financial assistance for the children and families Old Mill Center provides services to. These donations allow Old Mill Center to give additional avenues of support to families such as rental assistance, utility bills, classroom enrichment items, car seats, hygiene supplies, sports registration fees for kids, and more. Pay It Forward is its own category on the bidding website, and you'll be able to make donations there until Monday at 5 p.m. To view the different categories of auction items and donations, click the three horizontal stacked lines in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. It'll create a drop-down menu, and you'll scroll down, and we'll hope you take advantage of this high-impact opportunity to give back.
I know you're all waiting to hear about the car raffle. So we're so excited to sell out of our raffle tickets last week, and we can't wait to see who wins. At the end of our program this evening, we will draw one ticket from the 400 tickets sold and announce the winner live. So be sure to stick around. We would like to thank Dirksen and Associates and the Dirksen family for again sponsoring the car raffle, allowing 100% of the proceeds to support Old Mill Center's mission. We are so grateful for their longtime support of Old Mill Center and the car raffle. Thank you so much to the Dirksen team.
And finally, we don't want to forget about the Larson Legacy virtual paddle raise happening this evening. This is your chance to give from the heart. The services that Old Mill Center provides are more critical now than ever. And we rely on you, our generous donors, to keep our doors open and our compassionate programming available to families in need. When the time comes, be sure to click on the blue Larson Legacy donation. And I'm looking off to the right here, and we've got monitors set up with a live feed of our donations, so we'll be getting it real time. So when I'm looking over here, I'm seeing the button for the Larson Legacy donation. So click that button and give generously. Don't forget, you need to register in order to bid or donate to the paddle raise, so take some time now to get yourself all set up. Go to bidforkids2022.ggo.bid and click Get Started. Now, to kick off our action-packed night, a message from the Chair of the Board of Directors for Old Mill Center, Gary George Cuniff.
Good evening. I'm Gary George Cuniff, and as Chairman of the Board of Directors here at Old Mill Center for Children and Families, I'd like to welcome you to our 42nd annual auction. As many of you know, but I know there's probably just as many of you who don't know, that Old Mill Center for Children and Families was started back in 1977, co-founded by my late sister Bev Larson and her dear friend Barb Krall. They saw the need for integrated learning, which was way ahead of its time back then, and they just took it by the horns. And Bev, having grown up in this area and babysat for probably half of Corvallis over the years, she had support and people who believed in her, and Barb had the creative energy to put this program together. In the first year, Old Mill School, as it was called then, Old Mill School served, I think, maybe 8 families at the most, and now we're up to 2,000. It's as the needs of the community were recognized, and then programs were developed, and those programs were developed because of the huge amount of support that our community has always given Old Mill and the needs that we meet here. The auction now, we're raising $250,000. I can remember when we had a little auction at the Art Center, and I don't know, maybe we made $800. Well, we thought we had just really gone to the moon. We were thrilled, and it's just over the years it's become bigger and bigger and bigger, and more money's raised, and it's all because we've got a community that supports us. For Old Mill to be able to continue and serve families during this pandemic time when there were so many challenges, we were able to get services to families, whether it was dropping materials off, doing conference calls, the staff really found a way to meet the needs of the families and to support everyone. It makes my heart proud because that's exactly what my sister and Barb had in mind from the start. Was no matter what the circumstances, people's needs would be met and they'd be cared for, and we've continued to do that. So, next on our program, you're going to see a video that was done of the Evans family. The Evans family the family has received services here at Old Mill for several years now. They will be telling their story, and I think it's a beautiful illustration of all the what Old Mill does and everything that it provides for our community members. And I'd like to take a moment and thank the Evans family for being so willing to share their story. It's as you'll find, it's really an amazing story, and they've come through a lot and continue to move forward, I'm sure, with continuing help and support from Old Mill.
Emrys is our oldest son. He was born 31 weeks premature at 2 pounds 10 ounces. He gave us a bit of a scare in the beginning there, being a preemie. We did end up running into some behavior and developmental delays, ADHD, and we recently got an autism diagnosis, so a bit of a laundry list. Around 2, he started really acting out, and it got to be a lot, especially for a first-time parent. We had a fantastic physical therapist by the name of Rebecca, who told us that Old Mill would have all of the skills that Emrys might need for learning how to socialize and connecting with other kids in a way that was healthy. So when we first came to Old Mill, we had an interview with Jill, who's the director, to take a tour of the school and meet the teacher, all those things. So we came in, and it's always encouraging. You walk in and there's furniture that's the right size for all the kids and their little bodies, even down to the restrooms. Jill and Donna got down on Emrys's level to say hi to him and really talked to him at a level, met him where he was at. And I can't begin to describe the relief that it was to go to someone and say, here's where we're at. I know that it's behind, and to have someone else say, I have seen 100 kids like your kid. They're gonna be just fine. I know exactly what we're gonna do. Calm down. You focus on loving the kid. We will work on the rest. And the relief that was to be able to refocus my relationship with my child on loving him where he was at and knowing that the rest of the resources, there was somebody else to guide me to them. It was no longer just on me. It was me and Jill and Donna, and we were going to figure it out. If I had to describe what Old Mill was to us for the first time as parents, I would say community, because it gave us a community of other parents who were maybe outside of that norm sometimes, but who were all trying to come together and love our kid and give our kid the best that we could, and put our kid on a path towards realizing their potential, whatever that was. And that took us from a place of stress and a little bit of heartbreak to being calm. You know, maybe our life wasn't going to look the same way that it did for my friends or the other moms on Facebook, but our kid was going to be happy. Our kid had options, our kid had futures that just hadn't occurred to me because there weren't any kids in my life that were like that. And in Old Mill, we connected with other families that had kids that were on that same trajectory.
As a first-time parent, Old Mill was essential in helping us teach Emrys the social and behavioral skills that he needed to succeed in kindergarten, which were the ones we were really worried about. And it was really great to see a community and a place where Emrys could go and practice the things he needed to practice and learn before kindergarten, because he didn't have siblings at home since he's the oldest. He didn't necessarily have a place until we found Old Mill.
The ability to recognize that when my child was struggling, it was because he needed a resource. And sometimes that was patience from me. He's a good kid, and he needed help. And he got the help, and when he gets the help, he does better. And I, the grown-up, when I'm feeling big feelings of sad and disappointed, they're not my best feelings, maybe I need help. Maybe I need someone to show me the next best thing to do. And if I feel overwhelmed, I know that there are resources. And I didn't know that before Old Mill, whereas after Donna and Jill showed us all of these tools, it was, I don't know the answer to that. The ability to identify, I don't know the answer of where to go next. And to ask, because I'm not the first parent that's ever felt that way. And schools and community centers like Old Mill do have resources for parents.
Yeah, Old Mill helped give me the confidence that Emrys would be able to succeed and do as well as he could in school by giving him some strategies for some of the difficulties he was going through at the time and helping us understand what he was going through, helping us kind of understand why he was behaving the way he was sometimes, as well as some strategies of what we could do to help him. And also the confidence of knowing that if we left him in a classroom he was going to be okay. There were people who knew what to do and how to help him and wanted the best for him. And that gave us, I think, a huge confidence boost going into kindergarten and knowing that we could send him to school and he was going to do just fine even if he was having a bad day.
I think it's been the biggest change for us to see him go to school happy. He comes home happy. And that's what you want for your kid. It's that joy.
Wow, thank you Evans family for sharing your story with us this evening. It is an amazing example of how our staff and families work together to strengthen our community. Stay tuned because we will hear from the Evans family again a little later in our program. Right now we want to take a couple of moments to recognize our incredible sponsors this evening.
These businesses and individuals exemplify the very best of our community. They not only talk the talk, but they walk the walk by providing vital funding to support our programs. And first, a message from Tammy Morrison of Town & Country Realty about why she gives to Old Mill Center.
Hi, I'm Tammy Morrison, community member and longtime supporter of the Old Mill Center for Children and Families. I've always known that the Old Mill Center has provided compassionate, caring, and critical services for our families here in the Valley. With several different programs, including a relief nursery, community preschool, and intensive treatment services, our families are getting the care that they need by an organization that truly does care. Thank you for everything that you can do today, and thank you for your support.
Thank you, Tammy, for your continued support. Tammy has given back to Old Mill Center in numerous ways. She was a member of the board of directors from 2014 to 2020, and she helped run this year's Real Estate Broker and Affiliates Basket Challenge, and she supported our fireside campaigns in years past. Thank you, Tammy.
Our Platinum Unicorn sponsor is Dirksen and Associates. Our Gold Tiger sponsor is Market of Choice.
We have 4 Silver Dinosaur sponsors this year: Horsepower Productions, Republic Services, Woodstock's Pizza, and Samaritan Health Services. And 1 Bronze Koala sponsor, Northwest Natural.
There are 11 Emerald Turtle sponsors: All Pro Property Services, Starker Forests, Good Earth Pest Company, Citizens Bank, Griffo Brothers, Hull Oaks Lumber, Girding Builders, Fidelity National Title, Toyota Subaru of Corvallis, Corvallis Radiology, and the Narver family.
And 10 Sapphire Dolphins, Mike and Terry Morse, Robert Power and Dennis Hansen, Smith, Davison and Brazer PC, Bronwyn Evans, Edward Jones Investments, H&R Block, Nick Hurley, Tycor Title, First Alternative Co-op, Northwestern Mutual, Dragoo Financial Group, Henderer Design and Build.
Thank you again, sponsors. Did you know that 100% of items available in the auction were donated by businesses and individuals in our community? This evening would not happen without their generosity. Thank you to all our auction donors.
So our live auction is about to begin, and we can't wait to tell you more about our amazing packages in the moment. Plus, don't forget, the drawing for the car raffle is still to come. Randy, let's kick this live auction off.
All right, we will be doing things a little differently this year to give you all some additional time to bid on these fantastic live items. We will do an initial run through of all the live items, and bidding will remain open until we go through the items a second time after the Larson Legacy paddle race. After we go through all the items twice, we will close them together before pulling the winning car raffle ticket. All right, so let's start introducing our incredible live auction items and start bidding now.
So for package number 1, the one you can't wait for every single year is cookies from Cindy Bond. Always a hot auction item, the winner of this package will receive 2 dozen freshly baked Ghirardelli white and dark chocolate chip cookies from Cindy Bond, retired Old Mill Center Relief Nursery Program Manager and current volunteer. They will be hand delivered by Cindy each month for an entire year. That's 24 cookies a month for 12 months for a total of 288 total cookies. This item is priceless, and let me tell you why. This longtime tradition can be traced back to the early 1990s when an Old Mill Center supporter would bake loaves of bread to auction off, and they were always a shocking hit. Some say that 6 loaves of bread went for $1,200 or more, which is an absolutely remarkable support. After that, another supporter stepped up by baking pies. Just like the bread, the pies sold for an astonishing amount. After our pie donor, Cindy Bond took over this tradition and continues to bake each month. From bread to pies to cookies, this tradition has typically launched us into a great night of high bids. Now, it's your chance to win this delectable package. Thank you, Cindy Bond, and everyone who has made this tradition possible.
All right, and just to give you a little heads up, right now we're sitting at $517 with bidder number 327, and it looks like 327 and bidder 338 are playing cat and mouse on these cookies. So that was item number 1. Item number 2 is batting practice and VIP experience with the Corvallis Knights. Priceless. The winner of this package will receive a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The Corvallis Knights invite you and 4 others to join them for pre-game batting practice on the field, enjoy an exclusive pre-game tour of Goss Stadium, and get player autographs and photos. Grab a snack from the concession stands using your $50 concession voucher, and don't forget to pick up some great night swag with your $50 merchandise gift card. Then settle into your premium Royal Reserve seats to watch the game. Thank you, Corvallis Knights, for donating this awesome opportunity. Go Knights!
Boy, what a great option for those that are especially baseball lovers around here. We're gonna head on to item number 3, a Waldport oceanfront home getaway. Enjoy either a 2-night weekend or a 3-night weekday. Stay at a large 2-story oceanfront house just north of Waldport. Settle into this wonderful 4-bedroom, 3-bath home with incredible ocean views and beach access. This spot is great for a family or large group as the house sleeps 12. Just minutes to downtown Waldport and outdoor recreation rentals like kayaks, boats, and paddleboards. You really don't want to miss out on this incredible opportunity. Thank you to Carol Fischler for once again donating this wonderful vacation to our auction.
And as we see it right now, we've got a little bit of a bidding war between bidder number 376, 113, and 373. Right now, the highest bid is $463. As you'll notice, we're looking off to our right. We've got monitors all over the place. And to let you know where we're at Horsepower Productions. We're not at Old Mill Center this year. We're at Horsepower Productions with, you can't see him, but John Harris is right there leading the charge with all the technical difficulties and details and all that kind of stuff. We've got monitors surrounding us, so we're looking at a live feed right now of all the auction items. So we're refreshing things. There might be a little bit of delay on our end and to your end, so don't wait on bidding thinking you've got everything locked up on the bidding thing. Keep bidding, keep raising those prices, and make sure you don't miss out on things. So that was package number 3, the Waldport Oceanfront Home Getaway. Whew. The bird enthusiasts out there will love package number 4, Birding with Max. Enjoy a personal 3-hour birding experience for 4 with Max, an alum of Old Mill Center's preschool. Who knows what birds you and your friends will spot on this exciting excursion. But you're sure to see and hear some great ones with Max as your guide. Let me tell you a little bit more about Max. Max has an exceptional love for birds. It all started as a toddler, gazing through the window at the feeders in the backyard of Mimi and Papa's house. He would study the action and started identifying birds using his grandparents' books. When he attended preschool at Old Mill Center, teacher Donna referred to him as their local bird expert. The rest is history. Max is now at the age of 9, and his collection of bird guides and reference books rivals most libraries and bookstores. When the pandemic took hold and the world shut down, Max enrolled in virtual birding camps where he connected with kids from all over the country. After his online school lessons were completed, he would spend his afternoons on daily birding adventures with his sister and grandparents in tow. Currently, as a third grader at Mountain View Elementary, Max has established himself as one of the top birders in Benton County. He has taken up photography to support his sightings and species identification, learning the necessary tools of the trade. He has an incredible depth of knowledge about our feathered friends and a passion for birding that is remarkable. Now Max would like you to share his passion with you. The winner of this great experience will also receive birding field guides, an unframed canvas photo of ducks on the water taken by Max, 2 fused glass bird keychains by artist Mary Nunn, and associated snacks for your birding excursion. Max recommends bringing binoculars, water, a day pack, and any special snacks you prefer while exploring the outdoors. Thank you, Max, for this fabulous opportunity, and thank you, bidders, for placing your highest bids right now to win this fabulous package.
And I know that you're guaranteed to have a great time, especially with Max. He's such an amazing kid. For the next 2 packages, Old Mill Center, we're going to be holding a friendly competition. True Old Mill fashion. This year, the staff at Old Mill came together to create 2 pet packages. We want to see which of these packages sells for the highest amount as a way of celebrating how much our community cares about our 4-legged companions. On the first pet package number 5, the Old Mill Center staff dog basket. This package includes a large dog bed, 2 nights of dog boarding at Ark Animal Hospital in Philomath, a $75 gift certificate to the Ark Animal Hospital, a Dog's Purpose books, a 4-pound bag of Hill's Science Diet oral care dog food, a 7-pound box of Milk-Bone treats, chew toys, a snuffle mat to hide treats, and a small dog picture frame, and so much more. Thank you to Ark Animal Hospital, as well as the staff at Old Mill Center and Old Mill Center Pets for their generosity.
We've ran through this a couple of times in prep just to make sure everything goes well. And every single time I said, I'm going to look up what a snuffle mat is, and I still haven't. So I have no idea what a snuffle mat is. Oh. But apparently dogs love it. I have no idea.
So if you don't know what a snuffle mat is, there are these great mats that you can hide treats in for dogs to search and sort of get all up in there. And it's part of great enrichment and a training tool. So if you haven't tried a snuffle mat for your dog, this is your chance.
All right. Well, that's fair. I understand that now. All right. I don't know. All right. So that's some pretty stiff competition. We have a couple of bidders right now on the dog basket. I'm going to move over to the Old Mill Center cat basket. This package includes a cat bed, litter box with not 1, but 2 litter scoops, 24 cans of Ross brand salmon cat food, a 6-pack of Cheriston for cats flea protection with comb, a pet carrier, a reflective cat collar, 1 large potted catnip plant, a water fountain with filtration, an automatic cat feeder, cat toys, and more. Thank you to the Corvallis Cat Care, the staff at Old Mill Center, and the Old Mill Center Pets for their generosity.
And Randy, I am absolutely sure that the pets at Old Mill had just as much fun helping put these packages together as the staff did with our community partners. So, Old Mill, this competition is strong with package 6, Old Mill Center cat staff basket, as well as the dog basket. Make your bids now, and we really want to find out who's going to win, the dogs or the cats. So we'll see who wins. And our package number 7 is a private wine tasting for 6 at Bluebird Hills Cellars, plus 6 bottles of wine. The winner of this package will enjoy a private wine tasting of 8 wines for 6 people at Bluebird Hill Farm and Cellars in Alpine, Oregon, with owners Neil and Sue Shea. Originating as an overgrown Christmas tree farm in 2010, the Sheas cleared the trees and began planting grapevines. This started their handcrafted, small lot wines that Bluebird Hill prides itself on to this day. This technique has won them countless awards from all over the country, and their vineyard is absolutely astonishing. You'll enjoy beautiful scenery, great company, fantastic Pacific Northwest meats and cheeses, and of course, Bluebird Hills award-winning wines. I mean, really, what could be better? So thank you to Neil and Sue Shea for your continued generous support of Old Mill Center's mission.
And it looks like we've got a couple of bidders on that, bidder number 376 and bidder number 103. Right now we've got a high bid of 284 on that. That was package number 7, a Bluebird Hill Cellars wine tasting for 6 plus 6 bottles of wine, a great experience. Package 8 is another hot, sought after package, a 1-week stay at Black Butte Ranch. Spend 7 nights in this stunning home located on a quiet cul-de-sac in Black Butte Ranch, a private resort community just miles from Sisters, Oregon. An expansive, beautiful home with great amenities such as stone fireplace with seating area. There are 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and it sleeps a nice group of 8. It has everything you need, and you'll enjoy a short walk to the Paulina pool and the springs. Black Butte Ranch has numerous activities ranging from golf, a spa, golf, horseback riding, 2 golf courses, biking, incredible hiking trails. There's a driving range, fishing, tennis, pickleball. There's golf, rock climbing, and so much more golf. This is a perfect family or golfer's vacation. Thank you so much to John and Amy Cole and Charles and Sarah Carter for donating this fantastic getaway again this year. You can't know it, but I'm excited because I've golfed there, and it's a great golf community. So,
as you can tell, Randy would really like to win this for himself, as it sounds like an amazing place to go to. So go ahead and get your bids in. We do want to say thank you to high bidder right now of 371. Let's see if we can get anybody else in there as well.
382. You've been outbeat, so get
bit.
back in there. Get back in there.
So, you know, we've talked about the Black Butte Ranch, and now we want to talk a little bit about package 9. It's a very special jewelry making party at Studio No Panico with Old Mill Center co-founder Barb Krall. You get an opportunity to spend an afternoon with 4 of your friends at Old Mill Center co-founder Barb Krall in her jewelry making studio, Studio No Panico. You'll be making jewelry, drinking Stoller wine, eating delicious appetizers made by a local chef, Regina Iovino. Get together with 4 friends and make something lovely from original handmade glass beads, guided by a passionate jeweler. All materials will be provided for each person, so you have the opportunity to make a bracelet and a necklace. Appetizers and wine, of course, are included. This is a fantastic opportunity and is really a one-of-a-kind experience you should not miss out on. You get to select a date, choose your friends, and enjoy a gathering you'll never forget. I know I would like to go. Thank you to Barb Krall for offering this new and fun experience for this year's auction.
And currently we have a high bidder, bidder number 115 for that package. Package 10 is Airlie Winery dinner with wine pairing for 8. Airlie Winery and chef Claudia Prevost, former owner of the Buena Vista House, will host a private 4-course dinner with wine pairings for 8 people at Airlie Winery in Monmouth, Oregon. Airlie is a destination winery nestled in the coastal mountain range on the western edge of the Willamette Valley. You might have heard one of the owner Mary Olson's favorite sayings, "We're not a stop along the way. Most folks come to sip and stay." Airlie's inviting setting, complete with a picnic area and pond, makes tasting its award-winning wines even more delicious. Couple this amazing location with fantastic cuisine from Chef Claudia, and you're sure to have an absolutely stunning night. Thank you to Mary Olson and Chef Claudia for this awesome dinner party. So start bidding now, which nobody has waited right now. It is a top bid at $1,300 for bidder number 122. And it looks like bidder number 375 is right on bidder number 122's heels. So we'll probably come back to see those two fighting it out.
So that is the end of our first run through of the live auction packages. Remember, the live auction will remain open for bidding until after our second pass through has finished, which will happen here in just a little short while. We'll be closing all the packages at the same time. So keep your bids coming, bid high, bid often, and help Old Mill Center continue to make magic for kids and families. Next up, you'll hear a brief but heartfelt message from Old Mill Center's Executive Director, Bettina Schimpf.
Good evening, Old Mill supporters, staff, family, friends, community. Wherever you are, if you're at home, if you're on a weekend getaway at the coast, or some of us I know are in Mexico, welcome to our virtual event. The benefit of being virtual is that you can join us. Next year, we though will be joining in person again. I wanted to tell you a little bit more about why we are all here. We've already heard the story of Emrys and the amazing work that our preschool and the teachers do every day. But there's so many more children. And this year we've been able to do much more. With your support, we have sent our QMHAs, our skills trainers, to the Murray's preschool at the community outreach, and they're helping the staff there to better serve the kids. We've been able to start a parenting group in our outpatient department because the wait list is so long for counseling that we want to help parents to help them help their kids while they're waiting for direct services. Our preschool Promise Second preschool classroom is going in its second year, and again, we couldn't do it without your support. And our occupational therapy team, they help kids every day. Kids with sensory integration issues, kids that learn to write, kids that have to get used to touch, to feeling because they struggle with that, and kids that need to learn motor skills, fine motor skills, gross motor skills. We even helped out Mighty Oaks, a fellow nonprofit in Albany, when they couldn't serve occupational therapy clients anymore, and we stepped in so those clients would still get services. And this is all because of you. You help us do those services, you help us be flexible, but you also tell our staff that you care and you realize that their work is hard, that they come to work to do the work that they trained in, but to do this, their community supports them. We all feel the heartache. We all want these kids to be successful. We want the parents to get the help when they need it. And with your support, we can do it. We can be flexible. We can be in the moment. We can do what we need to do then and now. And you help us do that. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for your generous support for decades. But today it is even more important because the pandemic has made it so much harder for many families to be resilient and to have the tools every day. I want you to also hear the story of the younger Evans child, Michael, and I'll just get John now to click over to hearing the story of Michael and his parents and how Old Mill Center has made a difference. Thank you for being here. Keep bidding.
Michael is our younger child. He was born a very healthy 8 pounds. He was born at 38 weeks, completely term, completely normal other than like a really big head. No concerns really. He was a normal, neurotypical baby who he liked all of the things that babies normally like, going to classes at the little gym, going for walks at the park. He was social, he was giggly. It was healing in some ways to have, you know, just that normal baby experience. And that continued up until the pandemic and the shutdown started.
We realized Michael had stopped progressing when his language wasn't keeping up with other kids. We had seen some friends recently who had another child around the same age as Michael who could express a lot more than Michael could with language. He could say a lot longer sentences and more complex thoughts, and we knew Michael was having those thoughts, but he wasn't sure how to tell us that.
I think too, when you see your child start to express bigger behaviors because they can't express with words what they're feeling, that's really hard as a parent. And we had experienced that with Emrys, where Emrys was making these really big behaviors because he didn't have language to match. And we suddenly started seeing Michael having big behaviors, our sweet, typical child having these big behaviors, and he didn't have language that matched. We saw, oh, we're in somewhat of a similar situation that we had been before, where we could more easily recognize our child needs community. We had been shut down, and now he needs the community to get back, and we knew where to go. For me, it felt like coming home. It was people that I was familiar with, who I had already judged to be competent. It was people that I was familiar with that I knew were going to be able to get my son the resources he needed. I knew they had experience with language. I knew they had experience with socialization. I knew that whatever tools they didn't have, they could get me. And I knew it was a one-stop shop for catching up.
It was great to see him thrive. The progress has been both steady and quick, in that we saw Michael making huge gains with his speech and his language. And then we saw him getting more confident in other areas. He got more assertive being around his peers. He went from being really shy and quiet to inviting other kids to play with him and slowly building up the confidence to say what he felt he needed to say in all the situations he found himself in.
Old Mill has been that place where I can go and say, am I doing okay? Is this a normal trajectory? It has been that place I go back for reassurance. And like I said, it was like coming home earlier. I have just strong feelings of peace here, and knowing that it's a resource and it's somewhere where I'm safe to have my big feelings, and the kids are safe to have their big feelings. And there's going to be help, and there's going to be someone to laugh with me, someone to cry with me, and someone to tell me how proud they are of both my child and me. It's been invaluable to me. I feel like the staff that I've met here at Old Mill have given me the same kind of unconditional love as a parent that I needed to be an unconditionally loving parent to my child. I have never felt judged. I have never felt shamed for coming and saying I'm having a really hard time. Instead, I get, you're doing the best you can. How can we help you do better? I think that it is a privilege to get to have a wonderful child like Emrys, and it is even more a privilege to be in a stable enough place where you can look at your parenting and go, this is what I need. And not everyone's in that place. And that has been like the part of parenting that I've reflected on a lot lately, especially through the pandemic, is my privilege. The privilege of having resources and knowing where to look for them. The privilege of having a stable partner and stable employment. And that's not something everyone has, and that's why you see people who are thriving. And that's also why there's probably a lot of people in our community who aren't thriving, because that is a very privileged combination of things. And I'm very grateful to be sitting here, and I hope that people in our community know that there are other people who aren't sitting in this place of privilege, who need those resources in order to come to a place where they can improve their parenting. And Old Mill has all of those resources here, and I really would hope that our community would value giving parents the resources that they need so that they can do well.
Larson Legacy paddle raise is one of my favorite parts of the auction. I mean, it's a little different the last few years when we've done it virtually, because we're not seeing the paddles raised, but we see the numbers come in and the dollar amounts come in. And it, as a member of the Larson family, I'm very, very, very proud to have that legacy out there. It was originally started in honor of my mom, Skinny Larson, and the staff started it to recognize all that she did for everyone out here. And then after she passed, and then after my sister Bev passed, it became Larson Legacy. And the money, it's something that's open to absolutely everyone to for whatever dollar amount you can afford. It all goes to directly to school, to the services that we provide for the community. So anything and everything that you do is greatly appreciated. Well, at this point, I would like to turn this back to Stacy and Randy to go off with the paddle race. You've heard why it's important, not just to me, but to everyone here at Old Mill and to our community. So Randy and Stacy, please take it away.
Thank you, Bettina, the Evans family, and George for those wonderful messages. As you heard, it's time for the Larson Legacy paddle raise. We all remember that feeling, raising your paddle high and knowing that the contributions we're about to make is going to something incredible. Our Old Mill Center for Children and Families enables families in our community to receive the life-changing access to preschool services, occupational therapy, mental health support, early childhood intervention, and parent support that they need and deserve.
Now remember, while you aren't raising your paddle in person this year, like Randy and I, your donation has the same critical impact. So on the auction site, you'll see a button called Larson Legacy Donations. Click on that and you'll see our upcoming donation levels. Choose the amount of gift you'd like to make. You can choose one of the levels, all of the levels, or enter any custom amount. Every donation helps. And because we are virtual, you can give any level, anytime. So give it multiple levels. We will start this evening's paddle raise at $10,000. Talk about an impactful gift and investment to the future. A gift of this size, I've seen it. It changes lives.
$10,000 is enough to provide all the critical supplies for every single one of our 6 classrooms for 6 months, which is really incredible. It is also enough to fund 80 counseling sessions for children who have experienced trauma. By making a gift right now, you are truly being a beacon for children and families in our community. Are you ready to step up and give a $10,000 gift to the Larson Legacy? We do have bidder number 371 at $10,000. We also, let's see, is that Jim and Doris? Thank you so much, Jim and Doris. Normally, we just have bidder numbers, but sometimes we also just want to recognize Jim and Doris Van Olst for an incredible $10,000 gift this evening. We've got 3 donations at bidder number 371, bidder number 177, and bidder number 263. I know one of those is the Van Olst, and they've given an incredible $10,000 gift this evening. I'm also hearing that this gift was made in honor and memory of Gene Thompson, loving husband, father, and grandfather. Gene leaves a large legacy through Thompson Timber Company and his many pursuits in our community. What an absolute privilege to receive this gift in honor of Gene. Thank you to Jim and Doris. So we've actually got Jim and Doris's $10,000 donation in memory of Gene Thompson is being matched by an anonymous donor. So Gene meant so much to so many people. Thank you for this gift in memory of him. So we've got 3 bidder numbers. We've got the Van Olst and we've got an anonymous donor. So that is $50,000 already for the Larson Legacy paddle raise at the $10,000 level. Thank you so much. And again, as we're moving to the next bidder levels, if you've got something stirring in your heart to give at $10,000, go back. You don't have to bid twice at $5,000. Go straight to the $10,000 and click donate now.
As Randy said, it's really never too late, because the impact that you're going to have on children and families through Old Mill is absolutely monumental. I've seen the work happen, firsthand, day to day. It's life-changing for so many families. So we want to say thank you to our $10,000 donors. It's an incredible way for us to start off our Larson Legacy virtual paddle race this evening. Next, we have the $5,000 level. A generous donation at this level, it's enough to provide weekly home visits for a family for an entire year, providing low barrier access to critical services family needs, because we can get into the home to help, which is, it's incredible.
An absolute game changer. A $5,000 gift is also enough to provide transportation for 12 children 4 times a week for 3 months, making sure that nothing stands in the way of children accessing the services that they need. This is your moment to make a difference. And our first $5,000 donation is in bidder number 263, but we know bidder number 263, and that is Dave Cook, in honor and memory of Sue Cook. So Dave, thank you so much for your amazing bid at donation for $5,000. So wonderful. And thank you to our $5,000 donors. Again, the Larson Legacy paddle raise is open and available until Monday at 5 p.m. That gives you Monday until 5 p.m. to check with your CPA and tax advisor to ensure that you know exactly what you should be giving.
And Randy, I think that, $5,000 donation, is in addition to another great donation that we've received as well. I've just heard about it. So, keep those bids going. You really are making a huge impact for children and families, making that Old Mill magic, and really investing in Corvallis's community. So we're going to head on to our next level at $2,500. So this is something that speaks really personally to me as part of our outpatient department. Not all of that clinical work happens in a therapist's office. Our skills trainers, we're out in the community meeting children's needs where they're at. So by addressing both clinical and non-clinical needs, Old Mill Center creates a pathway to sustainable healing for children in our communities. We get a chance to work with the child in their natural setting so they can build skills more easily. So your gift of $2,500 is enough to make that happen by providing 30 hours of case coordination or a full year of mileage or in-home skills trainers like me. So I did want to go ahead and share a wonderful story about how, your gift really does help to impact us. We are able to buy equipment that helps children work on their pro-social skills. Anything like a basketball can help remove that pressure of eye contact so that kids can form that everlasting relationship with their therapist or their skills trainer. It helps provide art supplies, to provide therapeutic art activities to just lower that stress level. Not to mention snacks. Snacks are very important for kids and for adults and skills trainers too. So, please raise those virtual paddles high, give a gift of $2,500. It makes a huge difference. And, we want to see those bids come in because we need you to give generously to be able to keep our impact up.
And Stacy, we've got a $2,500 bid, bidder number 217. So they're kicking things off. Don't let bidder number 217 stand alone. Make sure to bid with them at $2,500. It's amazing. What is our overall goal for Old Mill Center this year?
I think it's 240,000 overall.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping to do.
Okay, so 240,000, our Larson Legacy paddle raise, hence the paddles in our hands right now. Our goal is 120,000. Right now, currently, it looks like we're sitting at $88,575. So we are so close to making our Larson Legacy paddle raise goal of $120,000. So way to go to the $2,500 donors. We cannot thank you enough for your incredible support. And let's move on to our $1,000 level.
You know, raise your paddles and get those donations in, folks. A $1,000 gift, it gives the wonderful gift that we all enjoy at play. Whether you're indoors or outdoors, you know, your gift makes sure that we have, you know, the need to create a space for fun, because that's important too. Playtime, it really creates valuable social skills and promotes physical activity that kids need to grow up healthy and strong. A gift of $1,000 can also pay for rain gear for 40 children. So outside time is more fun and less of a mess, especially here in Oregon. What about art? It's such a powerful language to express and share thoughts and feelings. And a gift of $1,000 could support our classrooms for an entire year.
Perfect. All right, and we have bidder number 122 at $1,000 and bidder number 338 at $1,000. And it looks like we just had somebody come in, bidder number 364 at $1,000. Wow. I remember when this was live, and it's been a couple of years, but boy, nothing beats the fact that you got to keep your paddles raised up high. You get to see your neighbor at the table. They raise their paddle. There might be a little peer pressure. So that means you kind of go, oh, you know what, I was going to hold out. And somebody's like, Stacy, come on, put your paddle up. And then those paddles go up. We don't have that kind of dynamic, amazing paddle raise, but we're counting on you to meet our goal of $120,000. We got, thank you again. I'd like to pretend to point around the room like we were back in person. So bidder number 142, thank you. Keep your paddle up for $1,000. Thank you so much. So we got bidder number 338, bidder number, 142, and bidder number 364, and bidder number 122. Thank you so much for your $1,000 donation for the Larson Legacy paddle raise. Getting your donations in now. Again, if you, for some reason, haven't set up your, go ahead and log in, get ready, donate, bid, because the live auction is still open and the paddle raise is still going on.
And don't forget, you can always go back to the $10,000 level.
That's right.
To help support us at any point in time during the live auction. You know, we are working so hard to be able to get this goal because, you know, everybody here in this community, as we've mentioned, it makes that impact. You know, from the littlest kid to, you know, anybody else, we're creating a great, bright future with Old Mill Magic here in Corvallis.
And I think, as George had said, over 2,000 kids, families here, as opposed to, oh, did we just get another? Oh, this just in, we just got another $10,000 donation, bidder number 378. Boy, I wish this was in person because that kind of energy and stuff is just electric for the room. I can't wait for next year because, golly, we got to be live and in person next year. So thank you, bidder number 378. Thank you so much. And thank you to our $1,000 donors. Remember that even as we move on, that doesn't mean you've missed your chance to give at the level you want. So give those gifts in support of Old Mill Center's programs and families.
And you know, we are so appreciative of anyone that gives.
And just in bidder number 207 for $1,000.
Thank you.
So I didn't want to miss that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You know, we at our $500 level, which we're going to move on to next, we have a match. So that's right. That means that the first 10 people to give at the $500 level automatically have their gift doubled by a $5,000 match in honor of the wonderful Sue Cook, who was a tireless auction volunteer for so many years. I mean, what an absolute honor to receive this match tonight in honor of Sue, and of course to all of you that give us, you know, the opportunity and the chance to double your impact. That's absolutely incredible.
So let's get those donations rolling in. A $500 gift this evening is also enough to support vital programming for our kids and families. And we've got, looks like we had two people right out the gate going to match at $500. We got bidder number 121 and bidder number 327. We also have bidder number 296, bidder number 332, and bidder number 328. So that is 5 out of the 10 that we need matches for. So if you were waiting to double your impact, 500 and turn it into 1,000. Bid now. We've got 5 spaces available. $500 is enough to purchase 60 to 70 books for children to read and take home. $500 can provide snacks and meals for a month for 10 to 15 children in our programs. We all know that learning is easier when your belly is full. $500 can pay for daily transportation to and from our early childhood classrooms so that children can attend.
I don't think people understand how priceless those snacks are. So get your $500 donation in, because anybody that's ever met a child knows how important snacks are. So don't forget, there is a match out there too. So we really want to make sure, the first 10 donors are going to double their impact. And it's a wonderful way, to honor Sue Cook's legacy. So make sure that you're getting that $500 in, because we really want to reach our goal tonight. We have that match and it makes a large impact. So now's the time. Click bid. Can always go back up a higher level as well.
Yeah.
At any time.
And our paddle raise right now for the Larson Legacy paddle raise, we've just breached $100,000. $575. So fantastic. We're almost there. $120,000. Again, you could raise $150,000. That's fine with everybody. Our goal is $120,000. Our overall goal for this auction tonight is $240,000.
$240,000.
Fantastic.
Yep. And
all right.
I believe we can do it. I am, seeing the generosity of everybody out there, and I know we're not stopping now because we're on a roll. So everybody click bid now, get your bids in, and we're gonna, say thank you to our $500 donors, and of course, thank you to the Cook family. And we're gonna move right on to the $250 level. It's an awesome way to make sure that families who need our services are actually able to get to those services.
A gift of $250 this evening is enough to purchase 2 car seats to make sure kiddos are safely strapped in and ready for any adventure. We can help them get to where they need to go to. A $250 donation is also enough to provide 50 $5 gas cards to parents attending parenting classes. Your gift will remove barriers and allow more children and families to participate in our programs.
I know for so many, especially right now, that transportation barrier is ginormous.
Yeah.
And so us being able to break down that barrier to service is just going to provide an amazing opportunity for so many families to experience, healing, connection, community support. I mean, the list just goes on what that transportation really does survive. We also did just find out, we've had 2 $250 donations, one with bidder, is that $289?
$289. Bidder number $289 and
What's
bidder
the
number
other one?
$224.
$224. All right.
And there's something else. We've got, this will also be matched with the $5,000 up to $5,000 total. So your $250 donation will be made into a $500 donation. So if 500 was too much, 250 will make it 500. The math works out. It's not my kind of math, but guess what? Just click on the Larson Legacy donations, donate now. We'll figure it all out, or your CPA will on Monday. It'll be super fun.
As Randy said, we'll figure it out.
All right, so let's hear it for our $250 donors. Boy, I remember it live in person. We would all clap and everybody would. So it's just us here at Horsepower Productions. We've got a lot of, hey, there we go. I love it. Perfect. Thank you so much. And thanks, crew. I appreciate that. All right.
So, let's move on to the $100 level. Every single dollar counts and makes the $100 donations enough to make a big difference in lifting the burdens from our family's shoulders. I know we've talked about this a lot tonight, but it really, $100 is enough to help a family on a tight budget worry about one less thing. And that's an amazing gift that you can provide. These donations, they help provide scholarship discounts for preschool tuition. Who doesn't love preschool? Help with medical copays, those are expensive, and stock up our resource closet with diapers. And anybody that knows anything about diapers knows you need a lot of them. So, anything that you can do, especially at the $100 level, we'd love to see you get your donations in, because it really, every single dollar is put to great use.
Yeah, you can lift burdens and knock down barriers for families in our communities with a $100 donation. So let's see those gifts roll in. Right now, it looks like we've got 5 donations here. Bidder number 373, bidder number 291, thank you so much, bidder number 309, and bidder number 104 twice. So bidder number 104, and then somebody nudged somebody and they raised it again for another $100 donation. And we also got bidder number 384 and bidder number 307 at the $100 level.
Woohoo.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Keep
you.
those paddle raises, donations coming in. Fantastic. Looks like we've also got bidder number 344 there as well.
307.
307.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I'd like to keep your paddles up. We've got people walking around. Go ahead and take notes. I remember that from the live auction. Everybody keeping that up. And 115, bidder number 115
thanks.
at the $250 level.
Thank
Again,
you.
just like bidder number 115 would have us reminded, you can always go back. If you're just tuning in and you've finally got your two devices set up and you're like, all right, finally I've clicked the Larson Legacy paddle button, and golly, Randy was talking and he wouldn't give me a break, and I tried to hit the button, boom, go ahead, go back to that $10,000 level, click donate, and all will be forgiven. It'll be great.
You know, and we would love to see that level smashed. I mean, it would help us so much, and everybody knows how grateful, you know, we are to have Old Mill Center for Children and Families in our lives. And by you donating, that supports that. It supports our physical therapists, our occupational therapists, our relief nursery, healthy families, and our preschool. We have so many great programs. Our ITS, our intensive treatment services program. I mean, Old Mill really, it does it all. And it's a great asset to this community. So we do really just want to say thank you so much for giving it our $100 donor level. You know, it really lets us feel that Old Mill magic tonight.
Yep. And we got one more donation in at bidder number 286 at the $100 level. Thank you. Every dollar counts. Every $100 donation counts. And right now it looks like we're sitting at overall $100,825. So fantastic. All right, everyone, we're going to move on to the $50 level. Did you know that this week is Teacher Appreciation Week? This is your opportunity to say thank you to the truly incredible teachers at Old Mill Center. It is not an exaggeration to say that our teachers are changing lives every day. Help us show them our appreciation by raising your paddles for $50 right now and helping to fill their classrooms with the supplies they need or fill the bellies of the children that they care for.
You know, we got to get those donations in and honor teachers with a $50 gift. Looks like we're having a lot of gifts roll in. Randy, do you want to read some of those numbers?
Yeah, we've got bidder number 290, bidder number 272, bidder number 208, bidder number 183, and bidder number 134. Fantastic.
Thank you. You know, that's really going to help. You know, we have so many different great things that go on at Old Mill Center, and you know, it really does help our providers get into that home, help support parents like we've heard from the Evans family, and impact so many more families just like that. And you can see the picture right over this shoulder. I don't know what side it's on. You know, it's another thing on how we're able to bring Bev's vision and her family, and how Old Mill Center, it's a remarkable place, and you can hear that from, you know, everything you see on our website, and we certainly appreciate all that support. So thank you to our $50 donors. You know, we are so appreciative of your generosity, and we're gonna head on to our final level at $25.
Well, and perfect. And bidder number 301 donated, and it's a good reminder.
Thank you.
You can donate at any level. So bidder number 301 donated $150. Fantastic. We didn't have a $150 level.
Thank you.
And that's okay. Give what you can. That's what the donate button is for. Thank you, bidder number 301, for your $150 donation. We've got bidder number 228 at the $25 level, bidder number 134 and bidder number 119. We also have bidder number 125 at the $25 level.
Thank you.
Literally every dollar donated this evening makes a difference. For the cost of a half a tank of gas, depending on what you drive, or a couple of cups of coffee, depending on what you drink, your $25 can be making a difference in a child's life, in a parent's life, and in the health of our community.
And don't forget too, if you still see some of those items from our live auction, go check them out and still see what you can still get, because we're still rolling. So even if you've already given this evening, I promise an extra $25 is worth it. We're investing in mental health services, educational and social programs, and in the future of the families that we serve. So let's get those donations in. And don't forget about our Pay It Forward fund as well, which, you know, it really helps us to be able to provide gas cards, diapers, help pay utility bills, you name it. Pay It Forward is a wonderful opportunity to allow Old Mill Center for Children and Families the flexibility to support any of the families that may need it in any way that they can. So it's a really special thing that we have with our Pay It Forward.
And we've got a bidder number 120 at the $1,000 level.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your $1,000 donation for the Larson Legacy paddle race. Let's see here.
Let's check on some of the
377,
oh, wow.
bidder number 377. I believe we've got bidder number 228, so fantastic. Keep
Thanks.
those bids in.
Keep 'em
let's see, bidder number 159 at the $50 level. Again, because we're not doing paddle raises and closing things out, we've got everything moving in. We got bidder number 155 at the $100 level. We got bidder number 159 at the $100 level. Perfect. Bidder number 207 at the $1,000 level. Let's see. And we're sitting at $101,825. Our goal of $120,000 for the Larson Legacy paddle raise. So if you're waiting till the last minute, it's kind of here. So let's go ahead and donate now, even though you can keep donating till Monday, but everybody'd like to know we hit our goals tonight. So go ahead and donate now. Why wait? It's incredible. So thank you so much for all of that. Let's see, let's hit refresh on this. I know there might be a delay. We're looking at a couple of different monitors. We've got everybody in the back writing on whiteboards and sending us messages and everything like that. So it's fantastic.
And Randy, you know, don't forget, people can give at any amount.
That's right.
So we have that donate button for you, you know, whether or not you want to support at our $25 level or at our $10,000 level. We are so appreciative of your support and the impact that it will make. So go ahead, donate what you can. We'd love to see you get your bid in to help us get towards our, you know, our total goal of $240,000 and make that thermometer go up.
That's right. And again, as Stacy had mentioned, don't forget about the Pay It Forward. You can bid on those. Those go straight to the Old Mill Center, and it's a perfect way if you're not looking to take home a bottle of wine or pick that up tomorrow at Old Mill or a basket or something, and you just want to give. A Pay It Forward is a perfect opportunity. Also, so is the Larson Legacy paddle raise. Again, I can't stress enough how much I'm looking forward to in person, because just to be able to make the eye-to-eye connection with those people that just want to give is just, boy, I really miss it. So I'm looking forward to it. So incredible. We've got to move on. It's a 7:45. And I don't know, because we're online, who knows what the time zone variations of everybody else watching. Right now it's 7:45 for us. Who knows, for those that are on the East Coast, thanks for staying in there with us. Whoever's in Hawaii, thanks for, it's still sunlight out, it's fine. Thank you so much to all of our Larson Legacy donors this evening. Your gift makes a real difference, tangible difference in the lives of the children and families we serve. We are grateful to you and your commitment to Old Mill Center. Remember, the Larson Legacy donations are open until 5 p.m. Monday, but why wait? So keep donating at the level that feels comfortable for you and your tax advisor or CPA. I'm just kidding. Anyway, no, but seriously, check with that.
Yes, please do. We love all your support. And we're ready for the second run through of our live auction packages. We talked a little bit about this, that we would go through it one more time. So we see that many of you have kept bidding, so please keep at it. You're doing a great job and we're so excited. It's making us feel a little bit more excited every time we check.
Yep.
So keep at it. We are gonna go through each package one more time, and then don't forget at the end, after the last package, we're gonna close it all out. So do not wait until the last second to get your bids in. There is a small delay between us speaking in real time and what you're seeing on the screen. And that delay may be different for each and every person. So click now, get those bids in so you don't miss out on these amazing packages. Bid early and bid often. And don't forget, stay tuned, because we will be drawing our car raffle winner live right after this final run through.
All right. So here we go with package number 1, Cindy's Cookies. This is your chance to win 2 dozen Ghirardelli chocolate chip cookies per month for a year. That's 288 delicious home-baked cookies, handmade and hand-delivered to you right out of the oven. Cindy does such a fantastic job with these cookies. You can tell that they are made with pure love. So get them now. And as it turns out, it looks like right now we've got bidder number 327 and bidder 338 in heated contention, in battle. Right now the top bid is bidder number 327 as we see it for $634. And bidder number 338 is at $556. So bidder number 338, you've got some ground to make up here on those cookies. So right now bidder number 327 is top bid at $634 for a year's worth of Ghirardelli cookies from Cindy Bond.
And just ask anybody that's tried these cookies. I mean, they're mouth-watering delicious. So the fact that they're going to get delivered to you, it makes life so easy to get such an amazing treat.
Yeah.
And they're delivered warm. Who doesn't love, I mean, dark chocolate, white chocolate, warm, ooey gooey, right out of the oven, delivered straight to you.
And I guess the nice thing about having it just be bidder numbers this year is that nobody knows, so that nobody can actually hit you up for cookies. So bidder number 327, your secret's safe.
Yes.
Like if you win this, you just get all the cookies yourself. No sharing. You know, sharing was for like elementary school, but then once you become an adult, like it's optional. So it's fantastic. There we go. So we've got item number 2. Okay, item number 2. So right now we're sitting at top bid of $634 for Cindy's Cookies, and we'll kind of go back to that and just check on things before we close things out.
Yeah, so on to package number 2. We have batting practice and a VIP experience with the Corvallis Knights. So this really is a VIP experience and it's one of a kind. You and 4 friends will enjoy batting practice with the Knights before they play, meet the players, Mac Knight and Little Knight, and the Knights' official mascots, and get autographs. As of right now, we have 2 bids in right now, and we'd love to see more come in. Thank you to bidders number 368 and 377. You know, you'll be able to take a tour of the stadium, hit the concession stands, and the Knight store with your $50 gift cards to both. So it's a really good deal. And settle into your VIP seats all nice and snug and watch the Knights. Go Knights!
All right, so right now, currently we got top bidder at $250, bidder number 377. We also have bidder number 368 has bid on that as well. So we need some people to bid on this experience, this item. This is Corvallis Knights. We've got a couple of OSU players on that team. It's a great summer family fun is the Corvallis Knights. It's a fantastic opportunity. So if you know somebody, it's a great gift, great business opportunity, again, to purchase this and just have a great family fun with the Corvallis Knights.
And I mean, talk about a great stadium local downtown. It's a really fun place to go and enjoy either by yourself or with others. I mean, this package gives you a once-in-a-life opportunity. Everybody loves going to batting practice. So go ahead, get those bids in. And you know, we're really excited to see who's going to win this, as our 2 bidders right now are really close. Let's see if we can get a third involved.
Okay, so back to package number 3, the world's largest sandbox, the Waldport Beach House Getaway. Enjoy a 2-night weekend or 3-night weekday vacation in this large 2-story oceanfront house just north of Waldport. 4 beds, 3 baths, and sleeps 12. This is great for a family or a large group. Walk out the back door to a gorgeous sandy beach and get ready to relax. We've got numerous bidders here on this one. So thanks to Carol Fischler for donating this. It's going great. We've got a top bid of $613 by bidder number 111. And it looks like bidder number
115 isn't that far behind.
Nope, 115. They just came in there. So we've got a lot of options, so don't wait till the last minute. Let everybody know who's winning this. Right now it's bidder number 111 for the Waldport Oceanfront Home Getaway. It's fantastic. Let's see here. Good. And then we've got,
You know, bidder number 186 could still snag it too.
Yeah.
We see you bidding there. So
Bidder number
go ahead and
186.
Get your bids in, and we'll see who's able to take it away.
That's right. That's another thing I miss about being live. You really get to goad people and make sure they don't just get to fall off with a number. You get to really go, hey, come on now. And again, another point that John made and a couple of the staff and stuff, it's really, remember, it's not about getting a deal. It's not about getting a house for an oceanfront getaway or batting practice with the Corvallis Knights or anything for some cheap amount. It's about supporting Old Mill Center. It's about helping the children and families get the support they need. Through this, Old Mill gets the donations and monetary value. So this is just kind of a catalyst. It's just a vessel for what we need. So don't try and get a deal. Try and give to Old Mill Center. And by doing that, you might get a great Waldport oceanfront stay or some great batting practice. Go Knights, something like that.
You know, Randy, what else that reminds me of too is continuing to remind everybody about our Pay It Forward. If you don't want to take an item home tonight, we have our Pay It Forward. So you can help contribute to that fund, and that fund directly goes to families, and it's flexible. So we're able to say, oh, family Smith needs, you know, a $50 support with their Pacific Power bill. So we're able to help them out with that. So, you know, those donations are just as important as our items. So, you know, just to reiterate what Randy said is that it's not about taking something home. It's about reaching into your hearts to support children and families.
Well said.
So let's head on to package number 4, birding with Max. Yeah, we're so excited to experience birding like you never have before with a 3-hour birding adventure for 4 people from Old Mill Center alum and birder extraordinaire Max. This experience comes with birding field guides, 1 canvas, ducks on the water photograph taken by Max, and 2 fused glass bird keychains by artist Mary Nunn. Take advantage of this awesome opportunity now. Max is an amazing kid, and he has a passion, and he could really, really, really make a fun time. So go ahead and get your bids in. You know, we're super excited. You know, and it looks like 231 just came in with a bid at $283.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bidder number 364 was sitting pretty safe at $238, and then over the top, Stallone style, 231 came over the top with a nice $283 bid. And so right now we've got a little bidding war happening there. 231, I haven't heard, well, they were sitting at 193, so they went in over the top. I haven't heard anything from 206. So 206, now's your time. You want some birding adventure with Max? Go ahead and bid up now. And guys, we're just moving right along. This is fantastic. Next, it's time for the Old Mill Center's Friendly Pet Basket Challenge.
You know, I'm super curious to find out who's going to win this one.
It's going to be the dogs. Come on, it's going to be the dogs.
I think it's going to be the cats.
Oh, all right. So let's start with package number 5, Old Mill Center Staff Dog Basket. This package has everything you need to really pamper your dog or dogs. A large dog bed, 2 days of dog boarding, and a $75 gift certificate to Ark Animal Hospital, 4 pounds of Hills Science dog food, dog books for those dogs that like to read, a pooper scooper, toys, and more. I can hear all your dogs howling to bid high and take home this great package.
You know, Randy, that's a bargain. At $276, that is an absolute steal for that.
Bidder number 170 at $276.
Let's see what else we can do.
Bidder number 260 had bid 232. So 260, you're still in it, but you're going to have to bid just a little higher than 276. It's a great deal for those dogs that like to read. We've got dog books, we've got dog food, dog bed, a whole lot of stuff there.
Not to mention that supported Ark Animal Hospital. Oh, so great. That's great to have that for your dog or dogs, depending on what you have at home. I'm really excited to see who's going to pull this one out. Who's going to pull the cat out of the bag?
Har.
I had to.
That joke was rough.
I am sorry.
See, I used that on you. There you go. Very
So it's time for all the cat lovers out there to put in their highest bids for package number 6, the Old Mill Center Staff Cat Basket. Who and what doesn't this package have? If you have a cat, you know this is amazing. There is a cat bed, 24 cans of Ross brand salmon, a 6-pack of Cheriston flea treatment for cats, a litter box, a pet carrier, a water fountain with filtration, extra great, an automatic cat feeder, 1 large potted catnip plant that will make any cat go berserk. You know, with that catnip, we need toys. So we've got toys, a leash, and a lot more so you can take your cat on great adventures. You know, I can hear your cats just scratching at the bid button right now. So we've got a couple different bids for this. We have a $250 bid right now from bidder 174.
Fantastic.
And what else
Bidder
do we
number
have?
170 was sitting at 210, but bidder number, let's see, 174 just came in over the top for a $250 bid. Hey guys, again, this isn't for the cats, this isn't for the dogs, this is for the children and families at Old Mill. Granted, it's nice because guess what? A lot of children and families have pets. What a great opportunity to bid on this as well. But let's get those bids up. Keep bidding. And as you'll notice, even on the website, the live auction bid for kids, you can see the donors. Again, on a side note, if you want to be a donor or want to be able to donate something like that next year or something, again, see our development director, Daniel Surface, and he'll be able to coordinate that with you as well. But again, let's get those bids up because again, Daniel, can we move over to the overall fund here where we're at?
All right, we're gonna check out our thermometer.
Perfect.
Wow, look at that. Okay.
Get started. All right. So we're sitting at $101,875. That's for the Larson Legacy donation. And again, that's still open till Monday at 5 p.m. So you still have time, but golly, let's just hit that $120,000 now, and then everybody can just put their feet up and relax. And it looks like $290. We got $170 came back and called back on that. So thank you, bidder number 170 at $290. Looks like the cats are in the lead. Can we go back? Let's go back to the dogs here real quick. All right. Thank you, bidder number 260 at $320 for the dogs. So right now the dogs are winning there at $320. Thank you, bidder number 260. It's a dog's life. So love that. Fantastic.
You know, Randy, check this out.
Oh.
The cookies. Have you checked out the cookies yet?
No,
Look at this. Wow. $790.
Wow. Bidder number 327. Thank you so much. Put Cindy to work. Put Cindy to work.
Please do. You know, and also we want to say thank you to bidder 338. You still have a chance.
That's right. You're close, bidder number 338.
Thanks.
Don't let that go.
No,
Get in
and
close.
please bid on the cat basket to help Old Mill Center staff like me win this competition.
Dogs, dogs, dogs. All right. So
cats.
now comes package number 7, a private wine tasting for 6 at Bluebird Hills Cellars, plus 6 of their wines. Enjoy a private wine tasting with owners Neil and Sue Shea at their absolutely gorgeous vineyard in Alpine, Oregon. You'll sip award-winning wine, eat fantastic Pacific Northwest meats and cheeses, and soak in the beautiful scenery. You'll leave educated and feeling like family.
You know, Randy, that looks like a view a cat would like.
You gotta let it go. Dogs are gonna win. Bidder number 122 at $458. We've got in close contention, we've got bidder number 142. So bidder number 142, don't let this go. Bid up, bid often, and take the private wine tasting for 6 at Bluebird Hills Farms and Cellars.
I mean, with the charcuterie.
Ooh,
wow.
Yep, I know. Meats and cheeses. Everybody likes
so
that.
good.
Even if you don't like wine. I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't, but you've also got meats and cheeses. So
yes.
There you have it. So bidder number 122 at $458 so far is the highest bidder, but come on, this is fantastic. 6 bottles of wine tasting for 6. It'll be a fantastic evening.
I know lots of people that would enjoy that for sure. So we're going to talk about package number 8, a 1-week stay at Black Butte Ranch, Randy's personal favorite, near Sisters, Oregon. The lucky winner of this package will enjoy a 7-night stay in a 4-bed, 2-bath vacation home in a private resort community. This expansive and beautiful home sleeps a night's group of 8. It's a short walk to Paulina Pool and the Springs. Black Butte Ranch is home to a host of additional amenities like a spa, hiking trails, tennis and pickleball, rock climbing,
golf,
horseback riding,
golf.
Yes, golf, and so much more, and golf.
They've
as
got
Randy
2
would
courses.
Want me to
Yeah,
say.
absolutely.
So if you love getting out there and having those recreational times and playing some golf. You can take Randy with you too. I'm sure he'd love to go. You can take your family and friends. We really do appreciate, right now we have a high bid of $2,448 coming from bidder number 371. And let me tell you, bidder 122, you're not far behind. You're almost there. So please go ahead and enjoy this fabulous experience. And thank you to our donors, the Cole family and the Carter family. We really do appreciate that. It's a whole week for only $2,500. And I know Randy's going to be really proud when I say this, for golf.
That's right.
For golf.
So 371, you've got to be a golfer. I don't know. I'm thinking that. Or you got a big family or a lot of friends. That's fine. It's going to be fine. But anyway, just call me. Anyway, it's be great. So we're down to our final 2 packages. Here is your chance to win package number 9, the Studio No Panico Jewelry Making Party with Old Mill Center's co-founder, Barb Krall. Bring yourself and 4 friends for an afternoon in Barb's studio, Studio No Panico, making jewelry with handmade glass beads, drinking Stoller wine, and eating appetizers made by Regina Iovino. All materials will be provided for each person to make a bracelet and necklace. Appetizers and wine are included. Just show up and make some great jewelry and some great memories.
Now, custom jewelry.
That's right.
That's fantastic.
We've got
Everybody loves custom
top
jewelry.
bidder right now is bidder number 352 at $300. And we've got bidder number 323 close on their tail. So bidder number 323, go ahead. Oh, bidder number, let's see. I thought we just had some movement there. Bidder number 122
We did.
at $350. Bidder number 122 is taking it right now at $350. And again, we're going to just go over everything kind of a little bit one more time. What do we got? One more item left?
I think so. I think we have one more item. So get your bids in.
That's right.
Because when we're done,
we're done.
We're done. Right. So we want to make sure that we meet our goals, and we're happy to say thank you to everybody who's donated so far. We're excited to see what else we can do. And also too, I know people are starting to think about graduation, custom jewelry for a graduate. Wow. And the opportunity to do that together. I mean, that's a really great
Mother's Day is tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Mother's Day is tomorrow.
I don't know if you can make it that fast, but maybe it's like a gift certificate style thing. You could take your mom. I don't know. I'm just thinking right now. Those bids should be going up right now by probably all the sons and daughters. So anyway.
Yeah, it's a great gift, especially for anyone in your family that you love to share and create those special memories, which Old Mill Center is also good at creating for for families and for kids. So we're gonna finish off our auction. The time is now. So if you really want to steal an item from your neighbor that's sitting on the couch with you, bidding on your phone, now is the time. And we're gonna talk about the Airlie Winery dinner with wine pairings for 8. So 1 lucky winner and 7 others will enjoy a trip to Airlie Winery for a 4-course meal prepared by Chef Claudia. That sounds delicious. Former owner of Buena Vista House with wine pairings. Nestled in the coastal mountain range on the western edge of the Willamette Valley, Airlie Winery's inviting setting really does create a stunning backdrop with a picnic area and pond, and is sure to create an unforgettable night full of fun memories.
Well, right now we've got top bid at $1,850 at bidder number 121. and 121 and bidder 375 have been going back and forth. Bidder number 122 slipped in at 1,800, 121 jumped back up to 1,850, and so that's where we stand right now. Currently at 1,850 at bidder number 121. I remember if we'd be in the room, I'd be looking at bidder number 121. Bidder number 122 is probably a spouse. I'm just kidding. Or a close friend, because golly, those bidder numbers are really close. But we'd be working the tables and getting bidder number 375, who had been bidding and then all of a sudden got all quiet. So I'm going to say bidder number 375, where you at? Come on now. We're sitting right now at 1,850. We're looking for 1,900. Where's 1,900? I'm looking for 375 at 1,900. Let's go. Let's bid these items up. It's a fantastic opportunity. Airlie Winery dinner with wine pairing for 8. If you're a business, small business owner, what a great write-off. Customer appreciation, something like that. You got to think business, you got to think family, you got to think personal. So something to think about for our last live auction item. So let's go back before we close things out completely. Let's just check on everything. Do we have? Oh my
cookies! Woo.
All right, live auction item number 1. We're not necessarily going to go through all of them, but it looks like top bid right now, bidder number 327 is at $790 for Cindy Bond's great Ghirardelli white and dark chocolate chip cookies. Warm. And it looks like 338, bidder number 338 and 327, they have been at it, fighting like cats and dogs all night trying to get these cookies. But right now, as it stands, 327, bidder number 327 is top bidder at $790.
And you know, I would love to challenge that bidder. Let's make it 800. I think we can do it.
On $800 for cookies. Again, it's not necessarily about the cookies. The byproduct is getting Cindy Bond's cookies, but the real goal here is helping the children and families at Old Mill Center. So fantastic. So I'm going to nudge bidder number 338. Come on. We're standing right here. We're looking at the screen. Hit the button. Make it 800. Let's do some good here. Fantastic. You guys are doing great. Let's keep going.
All right, for number 4, birding with Max, we're at, thank you, bidder 107 with $373. We're super excited to have you spend some time with Max. Max is a great kid, and I know all of our kids that are alumni here at Old Mill Center. I mean, what a great impact they have. He sounds so smart and entertaining and great. Who wouldn't want to spend time with him? He's, you know, created some great artwork that you've seen through our slideshow. So let's go ahead and get those bids in to support Max supporting us.
Bidder number 231 had been bidding on birding with Max, and so far we're, I'd say, hey, come on now, bidder number 231, come on now. 107 so far has taken top spot for $373, but let's get bidder number 231 back in it. And let's raise that bidder price tag up there for birding with Max.
Ooh, I wonder where our dog and cat baskets are.
Ooh. Let's see. What is
really
this?
Into this.
All right, we got dog basket up. Top bidder, bidder number 170. Obviously, it's a dog person at $364.
Yeah.
$364.
Ooh,
is that the cat? Oh, that's a dog. All right,
dog
sorry.
basket.
All right, Daniel, switch us over. Let's see the cat basket. We're neck and neck. Bidder number 170 and bidder number 260 on the dog basket. That's
My
right.
cat, folks.
That's right.
We've got this.
All right, cat basket is at
better.
$330. Bidder number 158. And they are back and forth with, it looks like, bidder number 170 and bidder number 174 for the top bid. Top bid is bidder number 158 at $330.
Now, let me not forget to remind you about this awesome catnip plant that we have for you. And anybody
it's like a bush now.
Oh, it's so
huge,
great. And cats,
apparently.
I mean, with the toys and everything, you're going to be set up. It's a great deal. And plus, cat people, we love beating dog people.
Okay, perfect. Okay, well, everyone, get your last bids in. Again, there could be a 5-second delay. It could be a 30-second delay. If you're nervous, if somebody's waiting on that button for the last minute, they're going to hit it and they're going to take the bid from you, so get your bids in now because we're going to close the live auction. It's going to close in, I guess we'll count down from 10,
All right.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the
We're
live auction
closed.
is closed. So congratulations to our winners. There were some heated battles. We really appreciate everybody's spirit of bidding and just raising those prices up for, again, Old Mill Center. There were some, let's see, we'll check back into the auction site to see our winners and continue to donate to the Larson Legacy paddle raise all the way until Monday at 5 p.m.
Hey.
Oh.
We've done such, whoa.
All right.
Did you see what information we just got?
So Daniel, would you bring up auction number 1, please? So it looks like, oh wow. All right, so bidder number 338 did exactly what we asked.
Thank
they
you.
went over the top at $829. Bidder number 338.
Hey!
So bidder number 327 was hanging in there at $790. They got outbid for $829. So what we're going to do, Cindy is willing to sell her cookies twice. So we're going to have the staff at Old Mill Center reach out directly to bidder number 327. Normally we do this live and we ask them right there, hey, would you be willing to go up to $829? And so we can sell the cookies twice, and that means we've just doubled the impact for Old Mill Center. So we're going to reach out to bidder number 327 to sell those cookies twice. So bidder number 327, if you're willing to match the winning bid amount of $829, Cindy will sell you her cookies as well. Development manager Daniel Surface will be in contact shortly to discuss this fantastic opportunity. Wow. And when is item pickup again, Stacy?
So tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Old Mill Center.
Okay, that's right. We'll see you tomorrow to pick up your winnings. Please contact Development Manager Daniel Surface at 435-659-6266 or call Old Mill Center and coordinate with that. If you need to make an alternate pickup arrangement, and or just call on Monday when the Old Mill Center is open.
We promise we'll get back to you. We're really good about that.
Nobody's going to eat the cookies.
I mean, they might stay in our... Just kidding. We are just minutes away from drawing the winner of our 2022 car raffle. So, before we do, we have one last story for you. Also, get your phone next to you. And we're going to listen to a story from Amanda Garcia, our lead preschool promise teacher at Old Mill Center.
What first brought me here to Old Mill was when my son was 6. He had experienced some situations that weren't very safe for us, and he needed to have some kind of therapy, counseling, as well as myself. And we ended up getting a referral to here. I can't remember where it was from, but we ended up hearing about Old Mill through someone, and we ended up doing a year of therapy with him here. His behavior was an issue when it comes to like acting out or things like that, and then he wasn't seeing his dad anymore, and so that was having a play into his behavior, and so that was one of the reasons we were coming, on top of him seeing abuse, and so that was another reason why we were here, to help him work through that, because he was diagnosed with PTSD. So the first initial feeling that I got when I walked in was super welcoming and warm. It felt, I'm a very big vibe person, and so I felt a very good vibe, a very homey, warm vibe. And then the office staff were super sweet. They were really helpful, asking if I had any questions. While we were sitting in the waiting room, they were asking me if I needed anything like water or anything for myself or my son. The waiting rooms had toys and things, so I thought, this really feels like a place that's safe for us, and that's pretty much how I felt the first time I walked in. We learned so many different strategies to help him calm down and to help him have a better day and for our relationships to get better, because when he wasn't having a good day, I wasn't having a good day because I knew he wasn't happy. And so it really put a strain on our relationship. And I love that how they didn't just work with him, but they also worked with me and us together. So he would have his own sessions, And then we would also have family sessions. And so that really kind of brought home not just like how his needs are, but mine too. So it's not just the child they're focused on, but it's also the parent and the relationship between the two, which I really liked. And to have the place that you can go that's not just going to work with your kid, but also support you is super hard to find anywhere. And to find out that Old Mill does it is fantastic, because I don't only get the support for my child, but for myself, not just with counseling, but I've found as during that time and working here, that they also do clothing and food and help you pay your bills and just get you anything and everything that you may need. And if they can't get it for you, they will do their best to get it somehow. Knowing that I could come here and talk to somebody just because I knew that it was a safe place, that was really awesome. So before I started working here, I actually had been working for another child care provider in Corvallis. And so I was just kind of keeping an eye out and looking in the job search engine that I had, and I ended up coming across 3 totally different positions for here. And I applied for all of them because I remember the feeling that I had when I came here with my son when he was 6. That feeling came back. And to actually go through everything I've been through and to come full circle from being here when my son was 6 and now he's 17, and now I'm here working with the same type of families that I was back then, is definitely strange. But it's a good strange, because I am now at the other end of that. Rather than being the family in need, I'm the one helping those families in need, and it definitely makes me feel good. I love coming to work and seeing all the kids, and I love talking to the parents and getting to know them and having relationships not just with their kids but with the parents. And that's one of the things I like about here too, is it's not just our relationships with the kids, but it's also getting to know the parents and getting to know how they are and what they need in order for us to help the collective, and not everybody does that. And so to be able to, and to be asked to come back is definitely, it's heartwarming to me, because I just didn't think that I would have ever ended up back here. So it was almost like it was my time.
Thank you, Amanda, for sharing your story. Old Mill Center is lucky to have you. With that, we've come to what you've all been waiting for, finding out who is about to win a car. We've got Bettina and Daniel with the barrel filled with all 400 tickets sold, and they will pull the winner. You'll be driving into the sunset in a brand new 2022 Toyota RAV4 or a 2022 Subaru Forester, your choice. Thanks to our friends at Dirksen & Associates and the Dirksen family. If you purchase a raffle ticket, get your phone ready, because we'll be calling the winner here shortly. After your name is read, you'll be contacted by one of our staff members in a matter of moments. All right, so let's do this. Bettina and Daniel, let's pick the lucky winner.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for bidding. It's time for us to choose our lucky winner. Drum roll, please. And the lucky winner is Karen Heilson. Karen Heilson.
Karen Heilson. Oh my God.
Is that Kate?
Congratulations, Karen. You'll be getting a phone call shortly.
All right. Fantastic. All right, so Daniel's calling right now, so we're going to see if we can get the winner on the phone. There's even some people in our little audience here that's been working behind the scenes that apparently know the winner, so they're excited too. So thank you to everyone who bought a ticket, and of course to everyone who joined us this evening. Whether you took home some fantastic auction packages or raised your paddle high, we are honored to have you as part of our Old Mill family. You have really bid for kids this evening, and we could not be more grateful. Also, just on a side note, want to really thank this virtual auction kind of thing just couldn't happen without Horsepower Productions and John Harris, who's behind the scenes here and just making it all happen. So John, thank you. He's bowing, but take our word for it. You just couldn't have done it without you. So thank you so much, sir. And to all the Old Mill staff, auction volunteers, for those that donated, thank you. We couldn't have an auction without the donors and sponsors, so thank you so much for all of that. You really make Old Mill Center and this auction possible. So looks like the winner was not available, it went to voicemail, but you don't have to be present to win, otherwise there'd only be 8 of us available to win a car, so that's all right. So we'll try again later. If you know them, bombard them with some text, phone calls, and social media. It'll be fantastic.
Yes, yes. So before we sign off, we have one final reminder that our auction items can be picked up tomorrow at Old Mill Center from 10 to 1, or you can contact Daniel, and his phone number once again is 435-659-6266 to arrange an alternate pickup. You can also call Old Mill. We're happy to help meet you where you're at. So please know that your credit card will be charged for all donations and auction winnings this Wednesday, May 11th. We will send you a receipt for your generous donation and all of your purchases, and it will arrive via email in the next coming days. So once again, thank you from all of us at Old Mill Center. Thank you. Have a wonderful night.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.